Welcome back, everybody. Patrick Morrison here with Simtrax Broadcasting, coming to you live Saturday night here with the gRaceland Shootout Series. This should be an awesome one here tonight. If you guys remember anything a little bit about last week, these gentlemen all were in California racing there at Fontana, none other than the Auto Club. Tommy Delago put on a good, really actually almost a punishing performance there, leading just about every lap and coming out on top with the win that night. Definitely Robert Bombdog there ended up there second, and Adam Roberson third. I do want you guys to keep an eye out there for Adam Roberson. Last season's winner made a little contact out there with Phillip Temples in the number 17, and I think we got a fresh new rivalry starting already in the first race here of the season. So this is going to be huge. Watch out for Phillip Temples in the number 17 Chevrolet, and then Adam Roberson in the 28. But already we're starting this season off in awesome fashion. We got a few extra new things coming here to the gRaceland Shootout Series. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're looking at so far at none other than Elvis's favorite Viva Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 35 laps with 2 sets of tires, no fast repairs, and a 50% fuel limit. Once again, I am Patrick here with Simtrax Broadcasting, and gRaceland Shootout Series will now be sponsored by the 5 Star Beverages Company. We appreciate them coming on board, and we're looking to do great business and sponsorship with them for the rest of the season. As well as that, keep it in mind as we're taking a look here at Rob Yost Jr. in the 83 Ford, right now sitting second. Seeing what they can get. There will be a pole award. That pole award will be brought to you by the Beef Jerky Unlimited. Whoever scores the pole here at the end of the run will actually win themselves a free bag of beef jerky. So we want to make sure we give a quick shout out to Beef Jerky Unlimited out there. Right now, Rule Thane actually has the fastest time. Here he is out there on the track in the number 333 Chevrolet. We missed him last week, so apparently he was able to get caught back up with the gRaceland Shootout Series, and now he's going to see if he can knock down some solid times here so far. Like I was saying before, Phillip Temples actually had the faster time during practice. Right now he's not looking so hot. He might just have missed out on that beef jerky there as Rule Thane, and the 33 got the fastest time. Last week's winner, Tommy Delago, sitting in the 86 Chevrolet. He's checking out, sitting third. Roberson, here he is in fourth. So kind of watch out for him, because Roberson actually ended up podium position last week over Doug Neal, where Doug Neal ended up fourth and Roberson was third. And everybody's favorite driver out there, Rich Blake. Rich Blake in the 66 Chevrolet. He ended up coming into the 5th position. That would have rounded out our top 5. Rule Thane's time still stands out here. A couple of drivers still out there. Robert Lynch is out there. Anthony Bledsoe, Daniel Holloway, Matthew Barker is still out there as well. So let's see if they can get down any faster times out here and see if they're going to unseat Rule Thane. Ooh, man, Rich Blake, 7th position. Pretty good so far, and that's going to do it for his qualifying time. I think Matthew Barker's the only one who hasn't laid his second lap down just yet. He's going to try his luck in the 96 Ford. And, all right, yeah, just a little bit better into 14th. Last week, I got to admit, the gRaceland Shootout Series, we were at the Auto Club Speedway and were cautionless. Very unusual. I mean, I would say I don't think gRaceland doesn't have the capability of doing it, but they did it, and that was really awesome for them to be able to come out and actually put on a great show. You guys saw a cautionless race here. Sometimes we ended up in 25 laps, maybe 6 cautions, and it was kind of a bummer and kind of a little bit slower of a race. Those guys were on the track and off the track. I mean, in the blink of an eye, side by side racing. We saw a little spin up there with Phillip Temples and Adam Roberson there at the end. I know Phillip is going to want to return and continue his points chase here. Probably about lap 3 or 4, we'll start going ahead and posting up the points here. That way you guys can see how the chase is looking for the end, see who ends up with a trophy out there. Good to see Brian Neff out here as well. I think he's just now creeping back into pit road. He's starting 9th here tonight, so a couple about 20 seconds, and I believe everybody has come out and qualified. Terry Walters and David Noble have not. So that'll be our 24th and 25th drivers out there. Doug Neal, a little slower time here, ended up 23rd. So that's going to do it for our qualifying session here. And now let's go ahead and get it wrapped up. And we'll talk to our pole sitter here with Rule Thing, who will end up being our Beef Jerky Unlimited winner here tonight. Get a couple of these guys heading down pit road here as they're getting squared away. I know a couple of them kind of getting locked and loaded. You'll see a few guys with some different paints on there as well. We're taking a look at David Noble and the 5-Star Beverages machine Chevrolet sitting on the side of his truck. So we'll see if we can catch up a Rule Thing. Hopefully I'll be able to find him out there in that 33. Here we go. Let's see if we can grab a hold of him and see if we can talk to him here. All right, here he is, Rule Thing. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome back to the GRaceland Shootout Series. You're actually kind of surprised the rest of the field here with with the pole finish here. That means you were locked and loaded for the Beef Jerky Unlimited Pole Award.
Said I get 2 bags of beef jerky. I was gonna go as fast as I could.
Yeah, no kidding. It definitely makes you push just that little bit harder. What is the key to really having a fast time around Las Vegas here?
I came off high off of 4 on both the warm-up lap and the first lap, so I get a good run going down the front, and then just hold it to the bottom the rest of the way.
All right. So was getting heat in the tires early kind of the key to staying hooked out there? Because, I mean, I think you just barely beat Phillip Temples, who was the fastest in practice.
Yeah, I think so. Well, practice we had a lot of draft, and so that wasn't a good barometer, I don't think. But, yeah, I think getting the heat up, getting some speed down the front's key.
All right, Rule, man. I'm glad to see you back here. I wasn't sure if you were going to make it back, but here you are. Go ahead and give me your shout-outs, and let's get you ready for this race.
I would like to welcome 5-Star Beverage on board and Beef Jerky Unlimited. Thanks, Simtrax. Thank you, guys.
All right, Rule Thing. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to get it for Rule Thing. Definitely awesome to see him out here, and the Beef Jerky Unlimited Pole Award for him. See if we can catch up with Phillip Temples. Let's see if we can grab a hold of Phillip. Let's see if we can grab a hold of Phillip Temples. You got a copy?
Yes, man. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I've kind of chalked it up here a little bit with all the viewers out here. You and Adam Roberson, has it cooled down a little bit, or are we still boiling over?
Yeah, well, I'd rather not go into that. How's that?
All right, well, definitely it's going to be tough out here tonight. You were pretty fast out there, fastest during practice, but here you didn't kind of miss the pole. The shot at the Beef Jerky Award. Have to try next time, getting locked and loaded. What do you notice and hear about Las Vegas that maybe some of these other guys aren't seeing out there for a fast time?
Man, I can't tell you trade secrets.
Oh,
I'm not good on these 1.5-mile tracks, man. We're just gonna go out here and give it all we got.
Alrighty, well, definitely it's going to be tough. Anybody out there that you might be able to hook up with, or you feel confident you can kind of drive away from?
Well, let me see. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teammates in this race, so any one of those guys.
Excellent, man. That's exactly what you want. I don't know how you are. I prefer to be surrounded by teammates than only out there by myself, because I feel, I'm going to be the one that is squeezed. Phillip Temples, give me your shout-outs here.
I'd like to thank the sponsors at 5-Star Beverage and Beef Jerky Unlimited and my wife for putting up with me doing all this mess.
Oh yeah, well, she's only going to handle it for about an hour and a half here, not including your practice, but it should still be a good show here. Phillip Temples in the number 17 Chevrolet. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
All right, and that is going to be Phillip Temples. That moves me on to let's see if we can grab a hold of Billy Stanley here. Let's see if we can grab a hold of Billy. Billy Stanley, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, what a wild run it's going to be here tonight at Viva Las Vegas, man. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, tonight's race is for Lisa Marie. It's her birthday, and happy birthday, Lisa. We're going to get out here and put on a good show for you, sweetheart.
All right, well, definitely I know some unfortunate things have happened, but really, Las Vegas is really a tough track to get around. This 1.5-mile cookie cutter here. Really, what are you noticing is kind of the more difficult part of getting around here?
After your tires wear out, then it's like running on ice. And I'd like to thank our new sponsors for coming on board. We got 5-Star Beverage, and Tommy D stepped up with Beef Jerky Unlimited. The Pole Award. we're moving this thing in the right direction, and I think Elvis and everybody will be proud of this.
All righty, Billy Stanley, I can't wait to see what you got for us out there tonight. Gridding is about to begin. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that's going to be Billy Stanley, and he's given it. You also see his paint job will match, I believe, even the plane that Elvis flew in with Lisa Marie on the side of it. So we're taking a look there at Billy Stanley's vehicle here tonight. That is going to do it for us on the warm-up. I know these guys are getting ready to get gridded. It should be a fantastic run here tonight, so don't go away. Let's go ahead and get locked and loaded here. We see Rule Thane. He's feeling pretty confident to start this one, and I got to admit, when you're in the front, of course, it's always easy. These guys starting, so close and not really having to scramble as much. Let's take a look at the starting grid for tonight's race at Las Vegas. Rule Thane, Phillip Temples in that front row. Excuse me. Wow. Tongue-tie that 3 times. Tommy Delago, last week's winner, sitting third with Randy Bledsoe into the 4th position. Starting row 3 will be Robert Lynch and Adam Roberson. Definitely keep an eye out there. A lot of your favorite drivers are going to have some new paint jobs here tonight. So Robert Lynch in the 5th, Adam Roberson in the 6th. Rob Yost will be 7th with Rich Blake on the outside of row 4. Brian Neff, good to see him out here in the number 60 machine. He'll be fighting his way into the front. At least he starts top 10 with Robert Bomdog there into the 10th position. Larry Fairman will be 11th. On the outside of row 6 will be Butch Gilpin. That's going to rotate us to the back clutch of drivers here so far. Daniel Holloway in the Kiss This Hershey's machine in the number 26 will be starting in the 13th position. Anthony Bledsoe into 14th. Austin Evans, good to see him back here. I think last time I saw him, he was fuming, definitely with a couple of another driver out there. I think it was Rockingham that might have been. Matthew Barkey will be starting 16th. David Cox in the 119 machine starting 17th with Ken Zeems on the outside of him, so watch out. A lot of speed here starting to get actually toward the back, so some of these faster guys having a slow qualifying time. We'll see how they flip-flop the field, especially there in the back. Billy Stanley starting 19th. Fireball Woody will be on 20th. Boy, oh boy, that's going to be interesting back there. Greg Myers in the 21 and Bobby Narborough here in the 22nd. Doug Neal sitting 23rd with David Noble into the 24th position. So interesting kind of squeeze here out of the very back of the field. And I believe we have one last driver of Terry Walters in the 27 machine there in the back. That's going to kind of square this one away for us here. We'll be locked and loaded here for the green flag. Rule Thane's going to take us to it. We'll see if we can get it locked and loaded. Here he is. Barney in the flag booth. Green flag, rock and roll. Here we go. Rule Thane hitting the front, already getting a solid jump there on Phillip Temples, but Temples is already holding him here, only by a fender. Slides up into the front. Now you're going to see Tommy Delago. Watch him on the bottom. This is going to be a definite squeeze for a lot of these drivers out here. What they're going to do determines right here, right now for the rest of the race. Let's go ahead and take a look at where we are here so far. Look at Randy Bledsoe. Looks like Bledsoe's trying to make a move. A little blinking out of him, but everybody kind of knows where he is and is going to stay nice and calm here at the track. First lap of Las Vegas here. It looks like Rule Thane's going to go ahead and lead it. A couple of drivers dropping it off the racing surface. Daniel Holloway sitting 12th, actually dropped it lower. He's allowed to go that low, but not allowed to make a pass below that line. So we'll keep an eye, watch Daniel Holloway in the 13, but check out the 18 of Butch Gilpin. Outside line for him as he's rotating on the outside there of Larry Fairman. All looking good here so far. No contact between any of these drivers. And you got to admit, this is exactly what you want to see out of a shootout series. I want to see close racing, but I don't want to see yellow flags and wrecking here. But Phillip Temples, as we rotate back up to the front, has now gotten the lead from him so far. Solid time, at least 3/10 of a second faster than anybody else on the track, and he deserves it. So he's going to go ahead and take the lead here in front of Randy Bledsoe, who's going to try to run him down. These two have both moved up a couple positions here to achieve the spot that they have. Let's rotate back here a little bit where it looks like on the bottom end, Adam Roberson is starting to get a little loose. First time we're starting to see some wiggling here right out of this clutch of cars. Robinson, Neff, Lynch, and Rob Yost Jr. This is looking pretty rough here. Yeah, Rob Yost sitting in the back kind of watching this all happen. These guys slicing and moving their way up. Rich Blake has moved himself up 2 positions so far, but a battle for the lead is getting ready to start heating up as Randy Bledsoe looks like he gives Phillip Temple's a little pop there right on the back of the bumper. Pushes him forward just a little bit and seeing if they can make a little separation here on the rest of the track. Interesting to see Phillip Temples drop it off the table there a little bit. Not seeing too much of a gain out of that. Seeing that Randy Bledsoe was able to continue reeling him in. He's only off by about a 1/10 of a second. Oh, man. Brian Neff getting way loose here. Sliding toward the top. That's going to take a little bit of toll on the life of his tires. So he's got to keep that car under control. In the 60 Ford, he hasn't moved up or down. Started 9th, still sitting 9th. A lot of other drivers have moved. Austin Evans has moved up 4 positions. Billy Stanley is up to 14th. Back to back to back. Let's see if we can get it going. See if they can move it around. Out there in the chat, appreciate you guys joining us. Somebody said got some jerky. So Stella Elsa asking out there to talk to the sponsored driver to see if they can call it turkey jerky. I don't think they're serving turkey here. All right, let's get back up here to Rob Yost, who looks like he's on the underside there of Rich Blake, 66 Chevrolet. So far, Rich Blake's moved up 3 positions to break into the top 5. So he's going to be feeling pretty confident about that. Last week, Rich Blake did end up in the 5th position last time. So I know at the end of the second season, if you guys were tuned in here, for the ones who weren't here, Rich Blake actually turned it on in the very finale of the last quarter of the season and ended up getting almost 3 wins in a row and definitely turning and burning. So Rich Blake going to be trying to see if he can get a little more attendance here in the Shootout Series and looking if he can squeeze himself a championship win, because right now he was looking as strong as he was looking last year in the super late models. Let's go ahead and put him in a truck and give it another shot. Phillip Temple still leading this race here in the 17 Chevrolet. Let's keep it going here. Right now, he's able to get the separation. Rule Thane looks like he's trying to regain back at least to 2nd place. He has lost a couple of spots here, but some of these guys are wondering if tires or if any kind of drafting help will be the issue. Rule Thane was kind of saying the draft helped Phillip Temples faster in the... Ooh, man. Little touchback here. Roberson's starting to get bumped and banged around a lot out here tonight. But Rule Thane was saying the draft was helping him, and we got somebody around. Looks like Tommy Delago. Oh, hold it. All right, and there's going to be our first caution of the night. Looks like Tommy Delago ended up around. I think David Noble. Oh, looks like Robert Lynch got around too. Not quite sure what happened there, but let's go ahead and drum up this replay and figure out what happened. Getting over top of Rich Blake, and it looks like Tommy Delago here. These guys were here in the front. Let's take a look. You see Rich Blake kind of rotate up top here just a little bit, trying to pick up a little more speed. Slices down toward the bottom, and I don't know if the two of them, right when they connected there, if something got a little loose and they kind of popped each other. You do see it continues its way on back. Adam Robertson's going to have some damage there as well. There's where Lynch gets caught by Roberson. Here in the front. Let's see if I can rotate up a little closer here. And this is where you see Lynch. Oh, Billy, watch out. Clink. So a few drivers with some damage out there. And we're going to continue on and see if see how many of these guys are going to come back down for a repair. Most of these guys are coming down pit, maybe for a fresh set of tires. And topping off on fuel, so we'll keep an eye out for some of that. See if we can talk to one of our other drivers out there. During this pit stop, I want to make sure everybody gets their pit here. I hate messing somebody up. A lot of communication happens down pit. You wouldn't think so, but they do. Tommy Delago got a massive, good amount of damage out of his car here. And I don't know. We'll keep an eye out there. I don't know if Tommy Delago has taken that already back to the garage. Let's see if we can get a hold of everybody. Looks like pace truck lights are still on. Gonna see if we can get a hold. Actually, I want to talk to Greg Myers here a little bit. Let's see if we can get a hold of. See if we can get a hold of Greg Myers. Alrighty, here we go. Greg Myers, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I do.
There we go. Hey, bud. Well, seems you just about made it out of that caution there. How nerve-wracking was that?
It was a little bit nerve-wracking there. I'm glad everybody behind me seen what was going on in front of us, and we all got broke down and stayed out of trouble.
Yeah, some drivers did get caught up in it a little more than others. Robert Lynch, I think, got caught up with Roberson there. It looked like Rich Blake got a little tangled up there with Tommy Delago, so a couple of those guys got mashed up a little bit. And I think Billy Stanley might have popped Robert Lynch there right at the end. How's the race going here so far, and what are you noticing?
The race is going good. I just, I don't know if I didn't recalibrate my pedals or what. I feel like I just don't have any speed to catch up, but we'll just keep working on it through the race. And want to give a shout out to you for the broadcast. We watch it every week after the race and really enjoy your coverage.
All right, appreciate it there, man. Now, go ahead and give me some of your shout-outs for some of the sponsors that you've got as well.
Yeah, well, first off, we want to thank Beef Jerky Unlimited for coming on board, 5 Star Beverages, and I want to thank TYM Tractors. They're TYM Tractors North America. They're starting to watch me as I keep them abreast of the trucks I paint and cars I paint, and what I'm doing here, and then also ITC Quick Attach. He's a fellow that actually wants to get into iRacing. Makes great components for small tractors, subcompact, compact, and larger. So he's a great guy to have on board the car, and we'll hopefully get him into iRacing when he gets internet in his area.
Right. Well, we'll definitely keep an eye out there for especially the paints. I have seen a couple of those driver cards you've been making. I do have to admit they are superior from what I've seen, man. I might have to get a hold of you because what I see is quite impeccable out there. Greg Myers, good luck to you, man. I know you're going to have to stack up here about midfield, so continue to charge forward, man.
Thanks a lot, Patrick. You have a good day.
You too. All right, everybody, that's going to be Greg Myers. Taking a look at what he's doing there on Facebook. We'll have those out probably in the next week or so for some of these guys having their driver cards out there. Man, that's a sharp-looking truck. He uses every inch of that thing. You see that? Every inch of that truck. That's looking good. I like that. All right. Well, that's going to go ahead and get us locked and loaded for the next clutch of cars. Really interesting to see that Daniel Holloway, with a good bit of pit strategy here, has slung himself all the way up 12 positions for the lead here. And let's see what he's got for us coming up to the line. Oh, yeah, look at that jump. Excellent. Daniel Holloway up 12 positions with Phillip Temples. We'll keep an eye out there. I know that I think the rivalry has boiled down between him and Austin Evans. Austin Evans way back there in the 18th. But side by side, it looks like Randy Bledsoe and Phillip Temple starting to push their will heading into the backstretch here. Randy Bledsoe might have the nose on it here and now is going to dive in behind. Rule Thane going to follow behind him as well, right in the back. Let's see if Phillip Temple's trying to see if he can make his own lane right in the center. A little gutsy move here, but not enough room to get it done here at Las Vegas. 25 laps to go in this one. Already 10 down, 1 caution, and that just seemed like a little touch and go. But that's A-okay. You know, things like that are going to happen. Oh, boy. Brian Neff drifting around that turn there. If these guys have taken tires out there, they're getting ready to learn. Definitely a 15-second pit stop for Brian Neff. Neff is now on the march back. Now 9th, now 10th. Still trying to find some connection with the track. Not being very friendly to him at all heading into this one. So Neff has dropped down to 12th as he tries to file his way back into this pile to get to the front. Speaking of the front, Daniel Holloway has lost the lead to Randy Bledsoe. Randy Bledsoe seeing if he can get a little more here. Season 1 winner, but not 2 as Roberson squeezed through by only a couple of points. But Randy Bledsoe has promised he will spend more time practicing, more time behind the wheel, because he is not going to let Season 3 slip away from him. But right now I'm looking at 24 other drivers on the track doing the same exact thing. Phillip Temple's going to be one of the stronger ones to try to beat here. As you can see him drop to the bottom, dive underneath Daniel Holloway. He had already made the pass before the line, so when he dropped under the line, that's okay. He can advance distance or move up, and he cannot make position changes below that line. But here comes Randy Bledsoe and Phillip Temples. Here we go. Whoa. Oh, Randy. Randy going to have to work a little bit on that blinking there, or Phillip Temples is going to turn him unintentionally here.
What's that?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. They're slicing around here a good bit. Billy, talk to me here.
Yeah, I've got a lot of hit damage, so I thought I'd come up here and join you, watch the race with you.
Alrighty. There's definitely going to be a pile drive to this one here, man. I know a lot of guys are going to be scrambling around trying to figure out the best way around the track here. Whoa, man. Phillip Temple's now starting to make a little bit of a lane here, Billy, and I just don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to it, sliding back and forth the way he is, doing it like that.
Yeah, it's really tough, like you said earlier, getting around this track, and then when you got 24 guys out there, fighting for the same position. It's a dogfight tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, that it is. And taking a look at it here so far, Randy Bledsoe has gotten the lead and is not looking to get rid of it at all. Interesting to see them drop so low to the track here. It's going to really affect the way they enter turn 3. Phillip Temple seems to be unbothered by it, so is Randy Bledsoe, but with tire situations going on out here, it's going to be tough. Kind of determining really whether that's, with this being a shootout, this is going to matter as much.
Yeah. Well, that works for a little while, but then after a while, that upper line gets in, works a lot better. So he'll lose it if he keeps slowing down that right line.
Yeah, I think he's trying to break the draft here of Phillip Temples, and it's just not working. He is stuck to him like a magnet. Right now, hardest charger of the day here so far will be Terry Walters back here in 9th position. But boy, has he got a gaggle of cars behind him here. He's trying to figure out how to break away as they're trying to pass him on the inside and the outside. Brian Neff getting loose. Here's Rob Yost. Rob Yost, you see him jerking around out there. And this good clump of cars here has really got nowhere to go to get around the track. Doug Neal in the number 77 Chevrolet Simbox machine on the outside of the 54 of Anthony Bledsoe. So far, most of these guys back here have moved up at least 5 positions to get where they are at. A little record points on that last one there. It's going to be close, but there's the contact. Here we go. Watch Doug Neal hold on to it. Oh, man. No caution as of yet. And, oh, man, look at that. Look at that, Billy. It looks like everybody stayed on the track and no caution.
Yeah. It looks like Daniel, the candy man, he's figured it out. He's running that upper line now. He got a little close there, but he lost it, but he'll catch back up.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye here on
him and Rule, they're watching what they're doing now. They're running that higher line. They're gaining on him.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye here on Daniel Holloway. He did only take probably with a 9.5-second pit stall time. I would probably guess right side tires here for Daniel Holloway, which has given him the advantage to break into the top 5. And he's now up here battling with the best of them here. And really, what else does he have left for him? I got to admit, if he gets with a top 5 finish here, that's got to be great. It's definitely better than where he originally started. But I see he didn't even. He unfortunately didn't end up in even the top 10 last race. So right now this is looking to kind of flip the script here as our second caution is out, and I believe it's showing Phillip Temples is the man involved. Yeah, Phillip Temples way back here in the 13th position. And we were talking about them taking that low line, and I'm wondering if that has anything to do with it here.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is just now come across on my screens.
All right.
That was bad. All right, I'm going to jump out of here and see how much more damage I got, and I'm going to be trying to get back out there. I'm not giving up.
All right, Billy. Well, I know you guys aren't running fast repairs this season, so it's going to be you're going to be running out of time. A lot of guys with a lot of repairs.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Good to be up here. Great job.
Appreciate it, Billy. All right, everybody. We're going to cut to caution. And we should be having a nice quick one here. Taking a look at it from this angle. Let's go ahead and kind of break this one down. Phillip Temples, we saw he had been going behind Roberson for a while, but looks like he pushes him in the wrong spot. And when it hooks him there, that definitely, Phillip Temples checks up because he sees the 81 is around. Rule Thane goes ahead and collects into him. And Phillip Temples is not the only one getting the worst of this one. Looks like he survives with the 81. Gets destroyed here. Randy Bledsoe. Massive amount of damage to the front end of his truck. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So let me see if we can roll this back here a little bit. Yeah, you see Daniel Holloway, Randy Bledsoe, and Phillip Temples are around. So, and so far so good. I believe all wreck avoidance happened. Phillip Temples was able to get out of the way there. Boy, Matthew Barker, look at Doug Neal. Now, Doug Neal's got some flat spots in his tires. So that moves Phillip Temples with the nudge there from Rule Thane. I can't blame Rule Thane in that. Looked like Phillip Temples definitely backed that one up. And Rule kind of got into him. I can't say Phillip shouldn't have let off the gas. He definitely needed to back it way up there to keep from running into the back of the 81 of Randy Bledsoe. But I think Randy Bledsoe may be down pit road here. He's going to be dealing with a lot of damage. Daniel Holloway, Billy Stanley still down pit road. Billy's almost 12 and a half minutes down pit road still. Hopefully we'll see the return of his vehicle out here tonight. Here's a look at Randy Bledsoe's machine. Let's see if we can get a closer look at it. Yeah, you see the right side damage to the truck. So he's going to have just about an impossible time turning when it heads to any kind of aerodynamics. Let's take a look at Daniel Holloway. Same thing, mashed up. Definitely looks like a piece of tinfoil you find on a Hershey Kiss on the outside of his vehicle. And Billy Stanley, I believe. We saw him really give a real bad smack there to the side of Robert Lynch. See if we can rotate out here to Robert Lynch and see how his vehicle's doing. Robert Lynch, boy, he's kind of scraped up a good bit out there as well. You can definitely see how it's looking on the back end of that truck. He's folded up a good bit, but the front end survives. That's exactly what you want. A little dooring there on the left side. So some of these guys ended up with a lot more damage than they wanted to be. Rule Thane may have a little bit of a dent in the front bumper, turning the machine there of Phillip Temples. Pace truck lights are now off. We're going to get these guys side by side and resume the run. So you will see a little shuffling out of the tower here. They do not count caution laps, so they're going to kind of, it shuffles them up a little bit and then sends them back. And that's going to go ahead and move us to our brand new leader. We talked to him before. Greg Myers in the lead. 20 position gain. So out of the 25 drivers, he's moved 20 and now has the lead. Robert Bomdog sitting here in second. Now, Rule Thane will be third, Ken Zeems fourth, and Anthony Bledsoe into the fifth position. So we'll see if they got anything more for him. Squeeze will continue as the pace truck will duck on off here at Las Vegas. We'll have 17 laps to go. And we'll give it another shot. Out there, my wife is saying she's gotten into the painting of the vehicles a little bit, and she definitely says it's quite an art. For the guys who definitely put a lot of time into it, they're going to, they definitely deserve hats off to them for what they can do. All right, let's go ahead and get underway. David Cox, we're taking a look at him in the 119 Chevrolet here on the bottom. Right now has moved up 10 positions, as well as Matthew Barker in the 96 have moved up 10 positions. So now at least both of these guys have broken into the top 10. Feeling pretty good up there. You can definitely see David Cox trying to see if he can find a fresh air line. Rob Yost there in the 83 working his way on back. Definitely a nasty shot here. Greg Myers getting loose. 3 wide, heading it, coming out of 4. Oh, mama. Yeah, walk out. Looks like Ken Zeems. He's in the unmarked black truck out there. on the side. Oh, it looks like Greg Myers was able to file back in. 6th place for him. Battle for the lead has calmed down a good bit. Rule Thane is it, and now we're back under yellow. Not 100% sure. It looks like Phillip Temples is off the track down here at the bottom. I don't know if something happened to Phillip Temples here. All right, 3rd caution. Go ahead and take a look at this one. We're taking a look at Phillip Temples. Seem to be the next one to bring out our 2nd and 3rd caution here. Let's take a look. Looks like the rotation up. Oof. All right. Looks like Phillip Temples will be shopping for a new spotter. If you think you can do it, go ahead and apply. Phillip Temples gave Fireball Woody a good lick there. Nasty, nasty shot, but looks like Phillip Temple survives. I think Fireball Woody might be A-OK out there. He may be heading to pit with some damage to the front end of that machine. He's gonna have some words for him on that one. Nothing here on the right, so it looks like the kiss off the wall didn't destroy him too much, but definitely that left front damage here out of Fireball Woody's machine. So that 32 Chevrolet in a lot of trouble here. Down pit road he is. Rotate up front a little bit. I think a couple of drivers are coming down pit as well. Phillip Temples came down pit. Butch Gilpin, Greg Myers, Fireball Woody's still down here. Daniel Holloway's mashed up a little bit. Billy Stanley, he's still down pit. So a lot of drivers kind of ended up out of this one so far. Out of contention. We're probably looking at guys from 19th down are going to be in a lot more trouble than the other guys. So we'll see if we can get a hold of. I think he made it out. Yeah, he did. All right, Fireball Woody made it out. We'll see if we can get a hold of him here in the booth as he gets caught up to the rest of the field. Let's go ahead and have a conversation here with Fireball Woody. Fireball, you got a copy?
Go ahead.
All right, man. Definitely. I think your team's going to get a hold of Phillip Temple's team and fire his spotter tonight, eh?
Hey, I think so, because I was sitting there, I couldn't go any further, or I'd been in the wall, and the next thing you know, boom, he's in my door. So I'm going, holy lordy, what am I going to do?
Well, it was definitely interesting out there. We did see it from the top chopper view, kind of chasing you guys. Phillip Temples, they almost rotated up and really popped you there. It wasn't too good. How was Las Vegas holding up for you tonight?
Oh, it's holding up great, man. Just with new tires and everything, it's going great. And they want to thank our sponsors out there, 5-Star Beverages and the Beef Jerky, Unlimited Jerky, man. They have got the best jerky out there. Just let everybody know. If you hadn't tried Beef Jerky Unlimited, they definitely get you some. I ate about a pound of it myself in one sitting, so it's some good stuff.
Good Lord, Fireball. That ain't do you any good racing eating that much.
Oh, but it's good. It makes you feel good. That's the name of the game.
All right, Fireball Woody. Well, I got excited to see you out here. Hopefully you can charge back forward. I know you got a little bit of damage to that left front there. Looks like your pit crew hammered it down a little bit. So good luck to you, and hopefully you're able to charge back and at least get in the top 10.
We appreciate it. And hey, good luck to everybody out there, and say hello to all the fans out there.
All right, everybody, that's Fireball Woody in the 32 Chevrolet. All right, we're about to get back underway here in just a moment. Double stacked they are. Looks like the pace truck is off. Rule Thane's going to get us going again. 15 to go. We've got a good slew of cautions here, and I would say some guys on tires, some guys not on tires, and that's what you're seeing here. Guys aren't giving each other as much room as they should be. So let's get back under green. Here we go. Rule Thane. Robin the 9 Chevrolet. Bledsoe sitting third. Fourth will be Ken Zeems and Austin Evans. Here he is. Good to see Austin Evans back up here. Now sitting fifth. continuing his charge so far. Right now, everybody 3rd through 7th has moved up at least 10 positions here in the race. Bledsoe has moved up 11, Zeems up 14, Austin Evans up 10, Matthew Barker up 10, and Doug Neal up 16. 13 to go left here in this race as we continue going. Yeah, it looks like a little side-by-side here. But these guys are starting to calm down. You've seen the ones that are a little faster, trying to zip around pretty quick and get back in line. Looks like a battle for 2nd place here. Anthony Bledsoe and Robert Bomdu here. See if they can get anything going. It looks like Bledsoe here on the outside of the 54 Toyota. Not many Toyotas in this field, only 2 of them. Anthony Bledsoe and Robert Lynch. And everybody else is sporting a Ford or a Chevy out there. Right now looking good here out of the 54. Anthony Bledsoe outside line. He's definitely got the rotation on the way out. He's got the speed. But I don't know if he's going to have enough to get squeezed by here. Take a look at Ken Zeems chasing right behind them as well in the unmarked car. Oh, boy. Yeah, Matthew Barker. You can see that run there. Doug Neal taking a look here on the inside of the Simbox racing machine. No can do. Oh, man. Going 3 wide, heading into 3. The number 20 of Austin Evans wasting absolutely no time here. Last pit on lap 19 with a 14.5-second pit stop. 4 tires for him and the rest of the fuel to make it to the end as he's got 10 left to go. Austin Evans going to be trying to squeak it in here. He made an advancement, but no place taken over until now. Heading into turn 1, Austin Evans has got it. Right now, Rule Thane is going to be chasing him down here as they head down the back chute. As they get going there, looks like Rule Thane is going to go ahead and push him along. Last thing he wants to do is lose another position to Anthony Bledsoe. Coming around turn 4 here, we'll see him head on by. Plenty of opportunities for all these drivers to continue moving their ways around. Rule Thane started on the pole, has lost 1 position now, but 2nd place is A-OK. I know he's going to be charging forward to get back to it. Also, talking about getting back to it, Matthew Barker, we see him up there close to the wall. Right now, he's sitting 5th. He's taking really the extreme high, running that extreme top line here, not really following along anybody. Might be trying to stay out of trouble. Not sure if that is his exact option or if that's exactly what he wants to be doing, but Rule Thane is around. Anthony Bledsoe into pieces here. That's going to bring out our 4th caution. And I got to admit here at this cookie cutter track, it's just so tight here to really kind of get this back underway here. But we're looking at Anthony Bledsoe. Boy, oh boy, he's got to be mad about that one. Running up there in the podium position, and now he will be all the way in the back of the field. And we'll see if he can continue. It looks like Rule Thane may have already gotten a tow truck and head right back, straight to pit road. So let's go ahead and drum up our caution and figure out what happened here. All right, we are back over top. Here we go. Looks like contact with Lynch. Rule Thane's around. So that looks like it started way, that looks like a bit after that. Let's see if we can find a shot here. Wow. There's Fireball. I want to find out what happened there. Let's see. Something happened to his machine here. Let's take another look at it from the top. Now, we saw where he made contact with Robert Lynch. Rule Thane, that is. But let's see if there's any sort of a clink move here. Look at that view. Garbage. Let's rotate that back just a little bit here. Take another look at it. Yeah, it looked like 54 just came on down. Yeah, Anthony Bledsoe may have gotten a little into it. And that's where you see Doug Neal pops Rule Thane, and that's where you see Robert Lynch, of course, after that, continuing on to get around there. Let me see if I can grab us an in-car view of a driver may or may not have made it here, and let's see what happens. Give this a last run here. Let's take a look. We are sitting in the vehicle of Robert Lynch. All right, the two guys made contact. He's already on the backside. You see the slowdown. Lynch trying to make the shot here. Oof. Oh, off the wall and then back down in a rule. No! So the woes continue for some of these drivers, not really having a good best of luck here tonight. All right, so really interesting enough, some of our fastest drivers have actually been knocked out here of the race. David Noble's out. Rich Blake, Tommy Delago still down pit road with Candyman and Billy Stanley. Couple of guys are some laps down. I'm not showing Phillip Temples. I think Phillip Temples might be out of the race. Larry Fairman sitting in 20th. He's a few laps down. About 5. I think Randy Bledsoe, he's out here as well. I think he's a couple laps down too. Robert Lynch is down pit. He's going to be fixing that machine for a good while. Rule Thane, I think he is taking it to the garage. Terry Walters is down pit in the 27 machine. Anthony Bledsoe, he ended up getting knocked around a good bit here during the... he's dealing with some issues here and with Anthony Bledsoe. Ryan Neff, he's sitting 13th. Boy, just starting to get mashed up. A lot of damaged trucks out here. Out there in the chat, looks like we're asking for a quick look here at Mr. Lynch. He does have some damage. He's not going to be happy about that. Let's see if we get that drone rotating out there. So, yeah, he definitely looks like a tin can out there, kind of getting mashed up and pushed around to pieces. Definitely some trouble out there for him. So, let's see if we can talk to one of the drivers out there. I know some of these guys have got to be fuming there just a little bit, but we'll see if we can get a hold of somebody here. Let's see. Robert Lynch, you got a copy?
I do, bud.
All right, man. I know you definitely hate talking in this kind of situation. I think you'd rather be in a podium position talking to me. Talk to me about the race out there.
Well, it's we got some new drivers in here, and of course this is the trucks on the Vegas, and so we're a little bit slick in the first few laps, but people gotta drive cautiously, and and we're a little bit too aggressive tonight for some reason, and this is what happens when you're not giving away. Giving a leeway, it happens.
Yeah.
Tempers are flying, so I'm gonna have to have a drivers meeting after tonight because some drivers got real heated, and we can't have that. So.
Oh yeah, well definitely. Being an admin, man, I guess that's the kind of things you got to battle out there. But Robert Lynch, we kind of took a ride along with you in that last caution. It almost looked like you cleared it, but not quite enough. What was would you if you could rewind it back, would you have done anything different?
Well, with that caution right there, I saw the wreck and I started slowing down, but then I saw there was an opening, so I went for the opening, but then I saw Rule Thane down there. I come up on him real quick, so I had to make a hard beeline to the right, and I wasn't able to save it enough because with that little beeline, so I slapped the wall, and that threw me down a little bit. He was right back there, and so I clipped him, and then I think he went down and clipped someone else, and they come up and they smashed me.
Yeah.
But that was me. It's like a chain reaction. Me trying to control it, me hitting the wall, me hitting him hitting someone else, and that other person hitting me. That's just the way it goes. It sucks.
Well, it happens, man. We just move on and see what we can do heading into the rest of the season. Next race, we will be at another cookie cutter track, Texas Motor Speedway. How confident are you feeling there?
Well, we're confident. I'm pretty good here too. It's just we're using different setups and everything. So, you know, and next week will be the same thing. It should be all right, but it all depends on the drivers.
All right, Robert, let's go ahead and give me your shout-outs, man. Let's let you get you back in the garage and figure out what you're gonna do about that race truck tonight.
Yeah, we're done for tonight. I got too many repairs. My motor blew.
Oof.
I was just trying to get back in. It's okay. It's all good. Well, of course, shout-outs, of course, 5-Star Beverages. That's our newest sponsor. They picked up the whole league for the rest of the season and the next couple seasons. So they're a good sponsor. They loved seeing what they saw last week. They might not be too happy about this week, but that's just the way it goes. Can't have good time every week. So, of course, Beef Jerky Unlimited, Tommy D. He done stepped up also with the pole award, pole position award. So, of course, Will Thane won that this week. He won 2 bags of beef jerky. So he gets to have his choice. I guess it's hot, spicy, or sweet, or something like that. He has to let Tommy D know, and he gets 2 bags of beef jerky sent to him. So that's something new we're doing this year that Tommy D stepped up to do. So every poll winner gets 2 bags. So that's awesome, because that beef jerky is fabulous. I order it all the time. So, and of course, AK Racing. My son, and my grandson's race team, and Hound Dog Racing, of course. The league. You in their Simtrack Broadcasting. You do a fantastic job, and of course, our fans. Hey, thank you for joining us, guys. Sorry about tonight. Just sometimes it happens. People just got different attitudes, and some people come in here a little hot-headed, and I think that's what happened tonight. So,
all right,
it's understandable. But thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Robert. We're heading to the white flag. Good luck. Good luck next week.
Yep, thank you.
All right, everybody, we are back under white flag here. Definitely got a good piece out there of Robert Lynch, trying to see if we can talk to him there a little bit. Talk about moving up. David Cox is up 14 positions. Ken Stevens is up 16. And Austin Evans. That'll be your guys 3, 2, 1 right now. White flag is out, and these guys are going to start pushing even harder. I know Doug Neal was trying to see if he can break in the top 5 in the Simbox Racing Machine, but he's got one more car to get it done, but if he can get it underneath Robert Bombdog here, but it's not going to look like it. Bomb Dude is behind. Austin Evans squeezing for the win here, and Austin Evans, Ken Zeems right now 1 and 2. David Cox ended up 3rd. Excellent job here for David Cox. I haven't seen him up in a podium position in the longest time. I don't think I saw him in the podium position at all last season, and he finally gets one here at Las Vegas. Matthew Barker ended up 4th. Bomb Dude ended up 5th. Doug Neal 6th. Butch Gilpin up 7th. Brian Neff up 8th. Adam Roberson dropped 3 positions, ended up 9th. And Robert Yost ended up 10th, losing 3 positions. Everybody from 8th on up gained at least 1 position to end up where they were at here tonight. Big time moves out of all of our drivers. I know Austin Evans got to be pretty excited about winning this one here at Vegas. So we'll see if we can get a hold of some of our drivers out there and get them locked and loaded. Excellent job here by Austin Evans and the 20 Chevrolet. Talking about next week, guys, don't go away. We're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about what we've got coming up next week. Texas Motor Speedway, where we will be starting on the 11th of February. And then after that, they're going to head to a short track, Bristol, from what they had last season before I ended up with these guys and this wonderful Shootout Series. They actually went cautionless at Bristol. So you want to talk about crazy. That was an awesome race for them. But we're going to go ahead and cut away here a little bit and see if we can reel in some of our drivers, and we'll be right back. right, everybody, and we're getting caught up with our third place finisher here, David Cox, in the 119. I got to admit, what a heck of a job he had here tonight. Let's see if we can go ahead and grab a hold of him. David Cox, you got a copy?
Sure do, Patrick.
All right, buddy. 14 positions up, and here you are in a podium finish at Las Vegas. How's it feel?
Awesome. Awesome. Totally awesome. Tonight was a great race for me. I had a few screw-ups, but ended up third, so...
Well, definitely hardly any damage to that race car. Some of those guys out there ended up a lot more bent up than you did. What was the key to being fast here tonight?
Well, I think my mess-ups might have helped me out because the first caution come out, I went in, I was just going to get gas, but I forgot to uncheck my tires, so it gave me a new set of tires. Then second time, I thought we only had one set tonight, so I didn't even think about unchecking them the second time.
Ooh.
Well, I was out of tires and real quick, but I mean the truck drove great with new tires on it. It was loose off the first couple laps, but other than that, it steered and drove great.
All righty. Well, definitely mention it. As long as I've been with you guys here at GRaceland, I think this is the first time I've seen you in a podium position here, David.
Yes, sir, it is. I normally start in the back because I got multiple sclerosis, so I actually love racing these shorter races because my legs will actually last the whole race.
Right.
But yeah, tonight things just fell my way, and here I am.
Yeah, definitely. You got to be pretty excited about that. I know I read something up on that you aren't able to hold out, for most of the races, but the way this works out perfectly for you. And I'm really glad to see you out here heading into Season 3 with the gRaceland Shootout Series. Third place finish here at Las Vegas. We head to Texas next week. How confident are you feeling about that mile-and-a-half track?
Well, after tonight, pretty good. Yeah, these great group of guys to race with, and we all raced pretty clean. Tonight was didn't look good, near as good as last week, but yeah, you'll have races like that,
Yeah, that's gonna happen, and the way and I think some guys are just looking to see what the tolerances are out there on the track. You guys gave each other plenty of room last time. This time it was a different squeeze, especially when it came to that front stretch. I think people were diving off and then rotating back up the track and collecting everybody else. But David Cox in the 119 Chevrolet. I like your Jegs paint, man, but I think I might be a little more attached to that Hellcat paint that you raced last season.
Yeah, I like that one better too, but I figure I'll make this one bright yellow so everybody'd see where I was at, whether I was in their way or whether I was coming in their mirror.
All right, man. I like the way you think. David Cox, give me a shout-outs here.
Shout-outs. I'd like to thank you, Patrick, for the great job you do, and Billy for putting on the series, our new sponsors this year, 5-Star Beverages, and what's the other one we got?
Beef Jerky Unlimited, baby. Yeah.
Jerky Unlimited, that's right. I need to work on getting me some of that beef jerky for getting a pole, so maybe I'll work on that next week.
There you go. That's exactly what I was going to say. Excellent job tonight. I will catch you next week.
All right, thanks, sir, and thanks, everybody, for stopping out and watching us.
Oh, yeah. All right, everybody, that's David Cox in the 119. He's pretty excited here. Like I said, I've never seen him actually get his chance to actually break loose and come away with a podium finish. Ken Zeem's cat's got his tongue here tonight. We weren't able to run him down for that second place finish, which immediately pushes me to right now our race winner, Austin Evans, feeling pretty solid here tonight. Man, oh man, what a job he did. Really doesn't seem like anything could get him. I do have to admit, taking a look here at Austin Evans' start of the race, back 14 positions. You started 15th place, and here you are with the race win. What was the key to staying clean out there?
I don't know. I have no clue. I got lucky in that first incident. Somehow I didn't get creamed from behind. I don't know who that was, but they definitely saved my truck. It gave me 15 seconds of repair. I thought I was going to be down on horsepower, and turns out my guys knew how to use that 200-mile-an-hour duct tape.
Yeah, we do see a little bit of a damage to the front end of your Chevrolet out here tonight. Any we're feeling better than we did last season, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I finally got my win.
All right,
I finally got my win.
Definitely able to break loose here. I know in the points charge, this should work out pretty well, heading into this season. I mean, any tracks that you may be in the back of your mind nervous about this season? I mean, we head into Texas, and then after that, we're in Bristol Motor Speedway. I mean, we're back to this 1.5 miles of Texas. I mean, is it going to be kind of the same old song and dance as this track tonight?
I don't think so. We'll see. I hope it is, but if I can end up with the top 3, I'll just be as ecstatic as I am now.
All right, well, definitely keeping the push going around here. You guys are kind of heading to hot tracks. You know, we were at Auto Club. We stay in California. We're in Vegas, and then we head to the hot state of Texas. I'm interested to see what everybody does, on that kind of the front stretch sort of deal. And with Texas removing some of that banking, what does that mean for the trucks at the next track?
Oh, definitely. It's definitely a different animal when they change that banking in 1 and 2. You can't sit it in there like you used to before.
Yeah, I think there's another track that does that as well. I think Kentucky actually did it the reverse way. It went from 14 to 17. And I think they went at Texas, they went from 18 down to 13. So it was kind of a nasty removal there. And a lot of guys have been complaining about it, especially in the next gens or the Xfinities. You guys are heading there in the trucks, and I know entry into the turn, if you miss it, you're into the wall. So definitely something to keep in mind. Anybody out there that you're more nervous about at Texas, kind of running around, or is there anybody you can trust? I mean, Doug Neal's doing a great job out here. He ended up 6th, but he's not getting the great qualifying times. I mean, Phillip Temples, maybe, is he going to be up there? Daniel Holloway, is any of these guys that you think you can work with there at Texas to stay up front?
The only people I think I can trust are in the RBDB team, and other than that, man, I don't trust anybody here. I mean, we got to stay clean. I got to get my 5 points incident next week. I didn't get it this week because that one wreck, but it's all right. So we should be good in that race, but it's not over till that fat lady sings.
All right, well, she's definitely gonna be using the pipes next week. They already got him squared away. First win for you for the season. I can't wait to see if you got any more for us. Austin Evans, give us your shout-outs here, bud.
Definitely 5-Star Beverages sponsoring this year, and Beef Jerky Unlimited for our other sponsor. But Billy, for sticking this out, man. It's been fun 3 seasons so far. But definitely, if it wasn't for Rich Blake, Greg Myers, and Phillip Temples, man, I wouldn't be here doing what I like to be doing. So definitely those 3 guys.
All right, Austin Evans, great job tonight. All 3 Chevrolets in the top 3, and you were the one on top. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, everybody, and that is going to do it here for the very end of this one. I know per racing wise, this was This was kind of a jumble. I know a couple of drivers out there definitely wish they could have kind of redone this one here just a little bit, but no can do. This is going to be pretty interesting to see what they all can come up with on the next run. Let's see if we can take a look at our results screen so we can find where all your favorite drivers ended up. Austin Evans, Ken Zeems 1 and 2 with David Cox ended up 3rd. Matthew Barker, great job by him, up 12 positions, ended up 4th. Robert Baumdude into the 5th position. So Doug Neal just outside the top 5. Butch Gilpin 7th. Brian Neff 8th. Adam Roberson into 9th. And Robert Yost 10th. Now, I will admit, Adam Roberson's been actually kind of quiet here lately. Heading into this season. Him actually barely getting into the top 10 there is looking pretty grim for him. I know he did have a 3rd place finish last time, but it definitely kind of wiped the floor with him tonight. And then you obviously see that everybody 15th on back was laps down. So big time moves by a lot of your drivers here, but we'll go ahead and wrap this one up here. I appreciate you guys joining us here at Simtrax Broadcasting with the gRaceland Shootout Series. Hopefully we will be able to join us again next Saturday at Texas Motor Speedway. It's definitely I plan on some wild crashing. People trying to squeeze into the same lane, not getting enough. Do want to give a shout out there for 5-Star Beverages and Beef Jerky Unlimited. From what you heard everybody here, Beef Jerky is the way to go, and they have the best. So take a look at them, but we will see you guys next time. So be well, be safe, be kind. I'll see all you guys next time.